There is a really bad piece of advice going around that I've seen from a couple of different YouTube experts, and even though I agree with 95% of everything they've ever published, I think this one piece of advice could completely ruin your YouTube channel. So let me break down the piece of advice. Let me break down why it's incorrect and it will ruin your YouTube channel, and I'm going to show you what to do instead in this video. So this advice is exactly based on search engine optimization. Basically, what can you do with your description to get YouTube to show your video as a search result? And the benefit I've had is I'm actually old enough that I've used search engine optimization across Google and YouTube now since 2010. And the benefit of having that kind of experience has shown me sometimes Google will make changes and YouTube will make changes. They're owned by the same company. They will do the same kind of thing where it will completely destroy your channel or your website. So on my main channel, for example, I have almost 4 million views every single 30 days based on search. So I really understand how search works on YouTube and on Google. This is the piece of advice. People are saying, take your tags for the video, copy those tags, and add those tags as the description of your video on the bottom of the description section. Basically like this. Here are all the tags I've added in the tag section where tags should go based on how YouTube is laid out. They're saying to click copy all. I'm using TubeBuddy here, by the way. That's why it's really easy for me to pick actual tags that do make a difference. So if you don't have TubeBuddy yet, I'll go ahead and link that below so you could get it. But they basically will copy it and they'll come to this description box here, and on the bottom of the description box, like right over here, let's say, they will just go ahead and paste all those keywords like this, okay? This is called keyword stuffing, okay? In the world of SEO, this is called keyword stuffing. Keyword stuffing has been something that Google has clearly frowned upon, okay? I'll give you an example. Back in 2012 and 2013, Google changed their algorithm, okay? And these type of things, if you did these type of things on your website, which people were keyword stuffing their website and web pages, those websites got completely wiped off the map. Literally, I've seen businesses go completely out of business because they were relying on search. They were doing stuff like this, which was working in the short term. They showed up number one in search, and then their business basically wiped out because not only Google took them off the first page, they showed up nowhere in search, right? This is the type of thing that Google will do if you're doing things like this that unfortunately, for some reason, people that don't have the benefit of decade or longer experience haven't experienced before. So if it's working on their channel, of course, they're gonna think it's a good thing to teach other people to do. So what should you do instead? Because the fundamental of this actually is good advice, but stuffing those keywords like this word after word in the description box is obviously not going to be something YouTube is going to like. YouTube doesn't like it when you're trying to do things to basically trick it, to basically tell it these are all the keywords. They have a section for that. That's what the tag section is for, right? You're not repeating it again in there, in the description section. So this is what you should do instead. I was posting this video right now. So instead of saying how to use Slack and all these other things that I've added here as keywords, I use them like this. And that's how you use Slack. Basically in English, I wrote this and all the keywords that I found, I wrote them in the description, but in words that are for the users. It is not for the YouTube machine. If you write it this way, YouTube likes you a lot more. So how to use Slack on iOS. I have these, but in English. This is how you can use Slack on slack.com, Slack app for desktop. But you see, I wrote it out in sentences where if you are a user or if you're watching this video, you could actually make sense of it. And it just doesn't look like this weird tag section where I just shoved in a bunch of keywords and added it. This is what Google and YouTube have liked. If you optimize things for the user experience, they're always going to reward you. So yes, keywords are important. You should add them in the description, but not by basically stuffing it with a bunch of keywords. You should write out your description, embedding keywords, but in English and for the user, not for the machine. So hopefully you could avoid this mistake. Even if you are doing this and is working in the short term, I really hate people being anxious where every time they go and they log into their YouTube thinking it's going to get wiped out because they're doing things that YouTube and Google will never like. They have never liked these kind of things, and they will change their algorithm to calm down on people that do things that they don't like. So hopefully this was a useful video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.